Kristen Hankins with Usborne Books and More. I'm going to show you my top 10 favorites from our winter 2020 new release. This was really hard, but I'm going to give them to you in no particular order. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I grabbed 10, but if I went over, I'm really sorry. So my first top pick is going to be, it's a series, The Extraordinary Life series. We have Rosa Parks, Anne Frank, Katherine Johnson, Neil Armstrong, Stephen Hawking, and Malala. I love that you can buy these individually or you can get them in a set. I recommend the set. We love biographies in this house, so I was really glad to have some biographies that became available to us. Next up is the Stained Glass Unicorns book. We have a couple of stained glass coloring books already. We love them. This makes for some really fun artwork. The pages are like a vellum material and they can just be colored with pencils or markers even. And then I just tape them into my window with washi tape. That way they're easy to get down, but they are really adorable. The A to Z Animal Joke Book, because we love jokes in this house. They make good conversation starters too. Sometimes at the dinner table, we just are not sure what to talk about. We've been together all day. What do fireflies eat at lunchtime? A light meal. Why are fish so smart? Because they live in schools. Where does a lamb go when it needs a haircut? To the barber shop. That's gonna be fun. Okay, let's see. This is Frog. If you have This Is Owl, then you are definitely going to love This Is Frog because it's the same format and it's just a really interactive book. So it's telling you to shake the page, it's telling you to tap the page, to turn it upside down, spin it around, turn it sideways, blow the flies to frog, just all kinds of ways to get your kiddos moving and get them participating in this story. It's hilarious. Even my 12-year-old son wants to sit with us when we read this one or This Is Owl. So definitely grab This Is Frog for your collection. History Uncovered, the USA. This book is amazing. My history junkies are gonna love it. Watch what's happening over here as I turn the page. We're uncovering states as they're being colonized, and at the same time, we're adding facts to this side. So now we've added more figures. We've added Sacagawea and Francis Scott Key. These are key players during this time period. More states have been colonized. We've purchased Louisiana. We're sending people out west. Now we've got pioneers. We're moving even further west. We're expanding. We're building railroads. We are experiencing the gold rush. Texas is becoming a state. Now we have the Civil War, we have the Transcontinental Railroad, we've got the Underground Railroad. Now we're growing more and more. We have the Wright brothers inventing the first airplane. We have Civil War reconstruction, women gaining the right to vote. We just keep on going, and now we've got all 50 states. We have the Great Depression. We go into World War II. Now we're in modern times, so we're learning about modern people, the space race, non-contiguous states. And now you can see everybody, all of these different people who've made the United States what it is today, or who've had a key part in our growth or the different changes over time. So that is fascinating to me. I love the visual. I love the information. Biggest, Fastest, Tallest is one of our newest Lift the Flap books. And this is going to be really popular among any kids who love facts. My kids personally love Guinness Book of World Records. We own one. At that point, I'm like, you got to check it out from the library every year. We're not going to keep buying that one as much book buying as I do. So I haven't shown them this book yet. I know they're going to love it. They're going to sit with this forever, opening all of these flaps and learning all of this information. So if you have a fact lover, definitely suggest this one, Biggest, Fastest, Tallest. That's a job. I like animals. What jobs are there? This is awesome. I feel like I already said awesome. I was just trying to come up with another word. But my 6-year-old daughter loves animals, and she used to want to be a veterinarian, but then she decided she also wants to be able to have some flexibility, stay home with her kids when she has them in 30 years So I think this is a really neat way for her to explore some different careers. We had thought of a couple of these, but not many. We talked about animal rescue, we talked about grooming. So I love that she's going to learn about many different options that she has available to her to help animals and to work with them, aside from being a veterinarian. You Complete Me is super punny. Let's take a look at this. Do not worry. You make me feel whole. We are better together, like milk and cookies. Happiest when we are together, like two peas in a pod, like peanut butter and jelly. You're my jam, you are my other half. My kids were cracking up as we read this, but the funny thing is we would get a couple of pages ahead and then they would laugh because they finally got it from a couple of pages back. It was really cute. We're gonna have fun with that one. The Biggest Story is about this little guy. He wants his mom to tell him a story, but she's really busy. So he decides to tell his own story, and he doesn't have confidence at first. He doesn't really think that he's going to be able to think of a story. But then the wheels get turning, and he just keeps going and going and going. And before long, his story is so big, it has dinosaurs in it. His mother is just really impressed with his imagination. They have a big hug at the end, and of course, she loved the story. So I think this is a really good way to help get the wheels turning for other kids who maybe lack some imagination sometimes. Last but not least, remember these were in no particular order. I Can Do It is a book of 5 fasteners. We have a button. We talk a little bit about using buttons. We have a zipper. We have Velcro, a snap. We talk about why we use these fasteners to keep things safe. And then we have laces to tie. So if you have a child practicing tying shoes, this is going to be perfect. I haven't taught my 6-year-old yet. It's just always faster to do it myself, but now we have no reason to keep putting it off. So we will be practicing tying shoes, and I Can Do It. I hope you guys liked my top 10. I would love to know if any of these books were in your top 10 as well. Give me a shout out below. Let me know your favorite.